What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here with The Distance. Decided to make another video. I've been seeing a lot of articles lately on Wladimir Klitschko and reaching the status of Muhammad Ali. I'm just going to give my 2 cents on that. A lot of people who know me and follow my channel for a while know that I'm actually a huge fan of Wladimir Klitschko, and I like um, I like his reign of dominance in the heavyweight division at the moment. But a lot of people these days are comparing his reign as the champion to the reign of Muhammad Ali. And I just personally think that I think the Ali legacy is something that won't be touched unless the heavyweight division gets more big names or better fighters. A lot of people have been making videos about people in the smaller weight classes, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, better than Sugar Ray Robinson, and honestly, I just don't think that these two fighters can actually touch them. Sugar Ray Robinson. And we could talk about the smaller gloves and the fact that the fighters like rehydrate. You know, they weigh in the day before and then they rehydrate the next, compared to that era when they weighed in that same day. And I just think that in the heavyweight division, it's a lot different. It's a lot different when it comes to heavyweights. The only thing that you really have is the smaller gloves, because heavyweights could weigh in at whatever weight they want to weigh at, whatever they feel comfortable at. You know, whether it be, but at the same time, back then, heavyweights were considerably smaller than the heavyweights of now. The heavyweights these days are just much bigger than the heavyweights of 30, 40 years ago. The thing about it is, I do personally think I had a fantasy matchup of Wladimir Klitschko versus Muhammad Ali, and I had Ali winning the fantasy matchup, but to make a comparison between Wladimir Klitschko and Muhammad Ali, to me, just isn't something to talk about now. I think maybe a couple years down the road, when after Wladimir retires, then I think that's the time to compare him to Ali and look at the reign. But I think among American boxing critics and American boxing fans, we won't know how. I think the ones that really, I guess, degrade and down talk Wladimir Klitschko won't really appreciate what he's done for the heavyweight boxing scene, while there hasn't been an American attraction. I think it will be a couple of years after he retires until people, and maybe at the rate the heavyweight division is now, at the way it's going, I think it will just be, I think it will be, I think it may be instant. It may be instant where people will realize what the Klitschko brothers did for the heavyweight division. They giving contenders opportunities, fighting their mandatories, and trying their best to fight everybody. Now, you have to appreciate that, and you can't really. There's nothing badly that you can say about it. And the same thing with Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali faced guys. Pretty much faced everybody. Faced legendary names: Sonny Liston, Floyd Patterson, Ken Norton, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, and even late in his career, even though he was a shell of his former self, Larry Holmes. And Ali was facing everybody. Faced everybody. Jerry Quarry, George Chuvalo. Those are legendary names, but Wladimir doesn't have the luxury of facing these type of legendary names and these type of legendary fighters. I can't really, on Vladimir's resume, to be quite honest, I can't find a Hall of Fame name on that resume. There's really no fighter that Wladimir has faced that's Hall of Fame worthy. And Vitaly, who's the older brother, he's had the luxury of facing, well, at least I'll say Lennox Lewis will be a Hall of Famer. Lennox Lewis will be a Hall of Famer. He had the luxury of facing him, and he faced Chris Bird early in his career, despite getting injured and quitting the bout. Because he wasn't, because I think his trainer stopped the fight. Either he quit or the trainer stopped the fight because of the torn rotator cuff. But they just don't have the. They just didn't have the opportunity to face Hall of Fame names, and people shouldn't penalize him for that or talk badly about him for that, because really we don't know how good Wladimir is because of the competition he's been facing. So the comparisons to Ali are just, I guess, it's something that we can't really talk about now. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's something we can talk about currently. And there's some articles up on one specifically on Boxing Scene. I think Vitaly made a comment towards Wladimir and Ali. But really, I just can't see a comparison to them right now. Just based on the competition that both fighters have had, and then the eras that they were in. So you can't really make that comparison. But not at this very moment. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That was The Distance. Peace.